Hey, Star Wars action figure collectors, this is Darth Phoenix 619 coming at you with another review. And this time we're going to be looking at Luke Skywalker from the comic pack Dark Empire 2. This is from the Legacy collection, and it also includes Emperor Palpatine's clone. So I'm actually going to review both of them, but I'm doing Luke Skywalker first, then I'll do the Emperor. So once you see this video, make sure to check out Emperor Palpatine clone next up. So I'm only going to look at the packaging for this vid. So just take a quick look. We got some artwork here from the clone Emperor. Here's Luke Skywalker. And I have Dark Empire 2. I started reading it, but just didn't really get into it. So sorry about the side view there. I just can't get into camera. And it's number 1. The artwork is eh, and the story's okay. But you know, there it is. And let me just kind of get the camera up so you guys can see and read and pause if you'd like. Okay. And some people call him Dark Luke. I'm not quite sure if it's because he turns to the dark side or he pretends to. I should read the series, I guess. But anyways, there he is in the packaging, so let's go ahead and get a closer look at Luke Skywalker. Here is Luke out of the packaging, and before we get onto the figure, let's go ahead and take a look at the comic and an accessory. So, here's the comic, Star Wars Dark Empire 2, number 1. I have not read the first series, so not too familiar with that at all. But I did start reading this one, and like I said, wasn't a big fan. So here's the cover. Here we see Luke in the outfit. There are some minor differences between the figure and the outfit here on the cover, most notably the belt. And then you see some really cool designs of these type of almost mechs, you know, AT type vehicles. You see some fighters up there. Really cool. Not a big fan of the art. It's just, to me, you know, you can tell the best story in the world, but if it's not visually appealing, I just can't get into it. I mean, there are very few exceptions where I just like the art and really enjoy the comic itself. But anyways, you know, you might enjoy it. Definitely has a good premise to it. And here's actually a scene depicting one of the accessories that we get, which is a Holocron with the Gatekeeper Bodo Boss. So anyways, there it is, Dark Empire 2, number 1. Here is the Holocron, and it's a very nice piece, actually. I really do like this. I'm not sure how well my camera's going to pick up on it, but great sculpt. Some parts of the plastic are translucent. But, I mean, if you look at this really closely, it does look like the character seen in the comic. The Holocron itself, the details good, a little off in some places, and that might just be due to the size of it, but it's a nice gold paint app. Stands, for the most part, okay, so, you know, you could have one of your figures holding it or just displaying it right next to your figures from the comic pack. Now onto the figure. So, first of all, really like the head sculpt. I think it's one of the better, can't talk. One of the better looking Lukes that we've gotten. Really like the blue eyes and the dirty blonde hair. Looks really good. The rest of the figure, besides the flesh, is a nice black glossy color that's reflected in all kinds of light all over the place. Here in my screen. But you see some details here on the sculpt of the outfit itself. You know, some lines and ridges. So, there you go. It's a very glossy finish. At first I wasn't too big of a fan of the soft plastic robe, but I've gotten to like it. I kind of really like how it's molded and just flows off to one side. So, I mean, I didn't like just the fact that it looks so wide here, but I've grown to like it. Which gives, you know, that the legs too. I mean, the legs are kind of too spread apart, but it does help the figure stand. So, I've gotten used to that and really have gotten to like this figure a lot. And then the belt there is just a silver paint tap. Not much there. This is removable. I'm not going to do that. It just seems like it would be a pain. But there you guys go. It's got some black wrappings around the arms, fingers, and then here's your lightsaber, which I'm not sure if it's a new lightsaber, but I do like the black part in the middle there. I think that looks nice. And then you've got your green hilt, which is not removable if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So I think it's a really cool looking representation of Luke, and one that I'm really happy to add to my EU shelf. As for articulation, they have great articulation. You got your ball joint head, ball hinged shoulders, ball hinged elbows, swivel wrists, swivels at the waist, swivels at the hips, ball hinged knees, and ball hinged ankles. Stands up pretty darn well. So I recommend it. I mean, if you're a Luke fan, you're going to love this figure. If you're an EU fan, you're going to love this figure. It's just a really cool Luke. So. And then, of course, the figure that comes with it, outstanding too, which I'll be reviewing next. So there you guys have it. Hope you've enjoyed this review. Please make sure to check out my next one of the Clone Emperor. And until next time, may the Force be with you.